I was heavy all my life, as long as I can remember. I went to my first Weight Watchers meeting when I was 8 with my mom. And we would go on Monday nights. And we would go and we'd have our weigh-in. And after the meeting, we'd always go to Thrifty's drugstore, which used to be a deli, like a diner. And we would have a patty melt, which I don't even know who knows what that is, but it's a hamburger with deep fried bread. And then we'd have a sundae, but we'd split the sundae because we were dieting. And we would do this every Monday after the Weight Watchers meeting, regardless of whether we gained or lost the week before. So I tried through the years all the different programs, all the different diets, and I never lost any weight. I never yo-yoed it. I just stayed the same or got heavier. And when I was 28, I had my first son. I was 250 pounds. I was working on my Ph.D. and I was, my work's in psychometrics, so I was helping a friend of mine who needed help with her statistics, and her expertise was, she was doing studies with alcoholics, and she was heavy, and she said, I wish I was an alcoholic because they just have to stay away from bars, but we have to stay away from food, and that's impossible. We have to deal with food all the time. And every fat person has said that. I had said it before, but for some reason at that moment it hit me. I was like, wait, it's not all food. You know, it's not like we spend our evenings going back to the refrigerator to eat cucumbers, you know, and beat ourselves up the next day. So it was only certain foods. So I wrote a list. This all happened within hours. I wrote a list of what those foods were that were a problem, and they all had sugar or flour in them, or both. So that night I said, well, I'll try the abstinence model, abstaining from those foods. And lo and behold, it's the first day I was ever to stay on a diet for a whole day. And one day went to 3, and it, you know, and within a year I'd lost all the weight. And that was 15 years ago. So over that time period, I actually developed what I would eat. And that changed quite a bit by the time I wrote the Elemental You Diet and wrote my book. Because just abstaining from sugar and flour is not enough. You have to eat the right amount of calories and the right combination. There's a reason we can eat lots of carbohydrates on this plan and not have a problem, because it's always combined, it's scientifically based and combined to stabilize your blood sugar so that you don't have those cravings. So, so I wrote the book and started the program, and I've been doing it now for 4 or 5 years, if you count working with, you know, the beginning, the test subjects or clients. And it's been really successful for me, though. Everything, when I lost that weight, everything changed. Everything. I mean, the way I saw what I could do in the universe changed. So then everything did. I thought I wanted nothing more than to lose weight my whole life. I thought that's what I wanted. And being thin is really great. And wearing a size 8 dress is great. And looking good. And going to the store and liking trying on clothes. It's all great. Getting in a car and putting the seatbelt on easily is great. Your boyfriend or husband being able to pick you up off the ground, great. You know, it's all great. But nothing is great as being in control. Knowing that I choose what I put in my mouth, because if you can't control what you put in your mouth, what the hell can you control? It's psychically devastating. I mean, if you can't stop yourself from putting things in your mouth, you know, it becomes overwhelming, because you are in a constant battle trying to do that and losing. And every time you say you're going to do it and don't do it, you're lying to yourself. You know, if your husband lied to you as much as you lie to yourself about dieting, you know, you'd leave him, you know, so you become a liar in your own brain. You become, you know, a person who can't control themselves, so weak. You know, it's a constant disappointment. You know, it's terribly, terribly devastating on your self-esteem. So it's not the weight, you know, it's not, turns out. And that's why I call my skinny girls from day one, because starting on day one, the first hour, the minute you wake up, the cravings are gone. No one wakes up in the morning with cravings. It's after you have the wrong breakfast. No one has cravings in the morning, and I'll bet if you're right for the program, you don't even start binging until 3 or 4, because that's how long it takes for the blood sugars to get out of whack. So as long as you eat the right breakfast and you've got your mindset and you're on the plan and we're talking, you're a skinny girl from the first day, then it's just a matter of the weight coming off, because you have control. you're staying on it. The cravings are gone. You feel all those benefits immediately. That is the most miraculous part. I mean, it takes a while for the weight to come off, but you have that sense of, I can do it from the first day. And having that over the years, I still don't forget it. I think of it every day. I still am so grateful that I have that now, because now I do feel like I can do anything. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but I felt like I couldn't do anything before. Now I really know that I can, because if I could do this, I could do anything. So anything's just a possibility. It's just a matter of doing it. And so that's my testimony about my program and what happened to me.